Hello children, your teacher is back with the previous topic. In the previous class, I had taught you about the dependent clauses. Okay, the three dependent clauses: noun clause, adjective clause, and the adverb clause. I had already completed your noun clauses and the adjective clause. Now in this class, I will give you the detailed study about your adverb clauses. Okay, I want you to keep a pencil or a pen in your hand so that you note down simultaneously what all I am teaching you, because now adverb clause is a little wider in concept which you need to pay attention. Okay, so let me start. So children, let's start with the adverb clause. Okay, first you must understand what you mean by adverb. Adverbs are the words which modifies the verbs. Okay, which modifies the verbs, but they also modifies the adjectives. For example, if I say it is very hot today, so very hot, what is the adverb here? The adverb is very. When I say very hot today, here hot, it is modifying the verb hot, and it is hot is the adjective. So we can say they modify the verb as well as the adjectives. And here we are talking about the clause mainly the subordinate clause. Okay, so let's first, I'll give you the example. Later on I'll give you in detail about adverbial clause of time, adverbial clause of purpose, place, reason, manner, condition, and so on. Okay, first let me give you more examples where you can understand how the adverb relate to the verb. Okay, as they modify the verb. As soon as the thieves saw the police, they ran away. As soon as the thieves saw the police, they ran away. So here, as soon as the thieves saw the police, this is the subordinate sentence, and they ran away. They ran away is the independent sentence, and this is dependent. Here the main word, this by which you understood that it is the adverb clause of time, because as soon as they ran, as soon as they saw the police, they ran. Here they are defining, modifying this verb ran as they saw the police. The little child goes wherever his mother goes. The little child goes wherever his mother goes. So again, wherever, as the word depict that it is the adverb place, adverb of place. Okay, wherever it modify wherever the mother goes. So when you stress on the word wherever, it is modifying about the verb goes. Okay, so the child goes wherever the mother goes. See, Navya works hard so that she may succeed. Navya works hard so that she may succeed. Okay, when I say the word so that, it is the purpose. What is the purpose? So that she may get the good result. Or when you see this word so that she may, here when you say Navya works hard, it is the independent clause, and so that she may pass or she may succeed, it is the so that she may succeed subordinate clause. But when you see so that works hard, works hard so that she may, works hard so that she may, here it is modifying the verb works. Okay, works so that. I cannot do this work as it is difficult. I cannot do this work as it is difficult. So when you see the word as it is difficult, it is the subordinate clause. It is the subordinate clause. Which type of clause? Adverb clause, and adverb clause of reason. Okay, so cannot do, can't do as it is difficult, so it is modifying this verb can't. He cried as if he was in deep pain. She cried as if she was in great pain. So as if, it always work for the adverb clause of manner, and as if, she cried as if. Okay, cried as if. You will find mostly the adverb clauses, where you have the adverb clauses, they modify a verb. As I told you in the adjective clause, they qualifies the
noun, and the adverb clause they modifies the verb. Please keep it in mind. You will pass if you will work hard. You will pass, will pass if you will work hard in the exam. Here the if you work hard, in if you will work hard, here it is the example of condition. Okay, you will pass if you, so they apply the condition. If again will pass. Okay, modifies the word will pass. So I told you mostly you will get a verb after or before the adverbial clause. She is so tired that she cannot stand. She is so tired that she cannot stand. It is the adverbial clause of result. Like children, I'll tell you in detail when I'll teach you about the result and the purpose, because so that we use in the result as well as in the purpose. She is so tired so that she cannot. So here that is modifying the verb tired, that she cannot stand. Okay, as I told you, I'll tell you in the detail about the adverbs. Here you can see the adverb clauses. Okay, here I'll give you about the finite as well as the non-finite clauses. The very first I'll talk about the adverb clauses of. Children, if you remember, I gave you the chart on the types of adverbs, like adverb of manner, adverb of place, adverb of time. So here I'll talk about adverbial clause of reason, where we mostly use as, that, because, since. Children, this since we use in the time as well as in the reason. But when we use this since in the time, it represents the time. If you remember your present perfect continuous and the past perfect continuous and the future perfect continuous, where we use this since. Okay, so it represents the time, but it also represents the reason, where it gives the reason. For example, I did something because I have to do it. It is here, if you see the work because, it is a reason is given that I did something because it was a need, like he gave the reason behind, because she has to do it or I have to do it. Okay, for example, you can say the second, since it was raining I did not come to school. Here it is giving a reason. The since is not using as a time, here it is using as a reason, because if you see, since it was raining, it is a dependent clause, and I did not come to school is a independent. Here it is the adverb clause of reason. Okay, then you can see the second one, contrast, or you can say concession, where it is the contradictory. What do you mean by contradictory? Like you can get some contrast in the sentence, like all my sisters are doctors. Okay, all my sisters are doctors, whereas I am a teacher. Okay, so here you can find the contrast. They are the sisters, but some are doctor and she's a teacher. So all my sisters are doctors, whereas I am a teacher. So here the word whereas, which is showing the contrast, like some are doctor and some are the teachers. So it is the example of contrast. Okay, come to the third, adverbial clause of condition. We mostly use the word if, as long as, whether. Okay, whether you like it or not, you have to go. Whether you like it or not, you have to go. Okay, whether you like it or not, you have to go. Here when you see these words, you can find like the condition, like there is a condition whether you like it or not, but you have to do it. So that is where you have to keep the condition in the mind. All being well, I'm giving you the example, I forgot, sorry children, finite verb and the non-finite verbs. Okay, if you remember, finite verbs, they do changes with the subject, time and tenses, and non-finite verb, they do not change. Somewhere we have a adverbial clause where we have non-finite do not change. So here I would like to give the example, all being well, we will play the match. All being well means when everything was good, then only they started playing the match. So when I say when I say all being well, it is non-finite here. Okay, like if you read the sentence with a finite verb, it is like if being well. If everything is well, we will play the match. If the day is well, if it will not rain, we will play the match. So you can start with if, where you can find the finite clause, but here all being well, we play the match. It is the example of non-finite and the example of adverbial phrase or clause of condition. Now come to the fourth one, the time. Children, you know very well adverb place, adverb of time. So time, where with the words you can understand when, while, after, before, since. Now you pay attention, since, as I use the since in the reason also, and here I am using the since in the time also. How it represents the time. I slept when I get home. I slept when I get home. It means whenever, at what time he reach home, he slept. So when I say this sentence, I slept when I get home, here what is the example of adverb clause? When I get home. When I get home, it is the dependent clause, and I slept is the example of yeah, yes, I went there while he was eating. I went there while he was eating. Okay, so here while he was eating, it is showing the time. Okay, while, it represents the time. Children, again I will give you one example with the non-finite. Having finished my work, I went to bed. Having finished my dinner, I went to bed. Or having completed my task, I started another work. So when I say having finished my work, it is an example of subordinate clause, and you can say the adverbial clause. Okay, subordinate, what type of adverb clause? How? It is a non-finite, and you will understand only if you read the sentence with another way, like it will use as a time. After finishing my lunch. After finished my lunch, I went to the bed. Or after completing my work, I went to doing some other work. Okay, now I'll talk you about the purpose. We talk about adverbial clause of purpose, where we use so that, lest, in order that. Okay, children, always keep remember, whenever we use the word lest, it always followed by the should. Okay, it is must. Like run fast lest you should miss the train. Okay, now see the example. I ate vegetable in order that he could stay healthy. He ate vegetables in order that he could stay healthy. So when I say in order that he could stay healthy is the example of adverbial clause. And what type of purpose? This I am giving you for your. He worked hard so that he may pass. He worked hard so that he may pass. Children, here only I would like to make a comparison, just for easy for you, so that we use for the purpose also, and so that we use as well as for the result. Okay, but keep it in mind, when we use so that together, like then it is a example of purpose. But when so and that, it is bifurcated with an adjective, it is the example of result. When I'll read, I will tell you in detail. He worked hard so that he may pass. Okay, now come to the next, comparison. In the comparison, like of course we use adjective. Okay, in the comparison, the degrees I taught you in the adjectives. But how? Because here I told that adverbs modifies the adjectives too, so that's why we are taking the comparison also in that, where we use as, so as, and then. When we use as, these we use in the positive sentence, and so as we use in the negative sentence. Now see, I am not as able to do it as she can, or she is as beautiful as her sister is. So these are the examples of the comparison, where as she can. If I read the one sentence, I am not able to do, I am not able to do it, it is a independent clause. And as she can, it is a dependent clause. I can do it better than she can. I can do it. If you say I can do it, it is a independent. And when you say better than she can, better than she can, it is where the comparison, and it is the adverbial clause of comparison or the adverb clause. Okay, now children, see the result adverbial clause of result. He is so tired that he cannot walk. As I told you that in the purpose, when we use so that, it goes like he worked out so that. But how we use in the purpose and the differentiate in the result, in result you can find an adjective in between so and that. Like she is so beautiful, she is so beautiful that she was known by the world. Or he is so tired that he cannot walk. Like so and that, these two words in between, they have one word, that is tired. Okay, now see, she is so intelligent that she scores good. So and that, where it is the result. Like a result of what? He is tired that he cannot walk, it is the result. That she scores well, it is a result of her hard work. Okay, now adverbial clause of manner. Okay, if you remember, adverb clause of manner already gave you when I taught you the adverbs. Now see, here we use as if, as, and like. Okay, for example, she walks as if she were a queen. She walks as if. Okay, like how she walks, as if she is a. If you remember, I gave you adverb of clause gives the question to the word how. So how she walks, as if she were a queen. You should complete as you were told. You should complete as you were told. How to complete the work? As you were told. So when you frame the question, you will get the adverbial clause of manner. Okay, children, one thing, when you start your adverb clause of reason, adverb clause of contrast, condition, time, place, concession, result, comparison, these all gives to some of the questions, and I have given this. You please note it down in your diary. When, okay, means time. When we talk about the time, which words we use to start with the subordinate clause? These are after, when, until, soon, before, once, as soon as, while, where, whenever, by the time. Condition, how, or you can say the manners, manner also. Yes, if, whether or not, provided, in case, unless, even if, in the event. Reason and purpose, where you use why, because, as, since, so, in order that, and the place, where. Okay, only you can say where, wherever, and whence. Okay, children, thank you, and be good to your studies.